Welcome to KWB Local News. I'm Nikki. Earlier this week, the funeral was held for local teen 17-year-old Alyssa Kirby. Her sudden passing has brought to the forefront of drug policy discussions the rate of use and abuse of both prescription and natural CNS depressants. In 2017, a study was done that reports that 1 in 10 Canadians are using prescription depressants, with females using at nearly double the rate of males. Many are concerned with how readily accessible these prescription depressants have become to youth and others. Parents and doctors are particularly concerned with the rate of use and abuse of CNS depressants amongst youth, as in the death of Alyssa Kirby, who died of a CNS depressant overdose. We go now to our reporter Ariel that goes deeper into the story.
Thanks, Nikki. Alyssa was seen as a quiet girl by many of her friends, and very few knew of her usage of CNS depressants. It came as a shock to many that she was using them at a dangerous level. We talked to one of her friends, Serena, about Alyssa's usage of the drug.
When we went out, she would bring with her the GHB because she said she liked the buzz it gave her. Sort of like alcohol, but it didn't give her a hangover the next day. She said that it was fine in small doses, so I didn't really question her. I know she took stuff to help her sleep, and she said that this wasn't much different.
Gamma-hydroxybutyric acid, or GHB, is known as the natural depressant and has become a popular party and club drug. Many believe it is safe due to its claims of being natural. However, statistics have shown that when taken in large doses, it can be deadly. It is known to cause unconsciousness for 15 to 40 minutes, as well as nausea or severe cases of constipation. Many teens have been known to take GHB as it's been said to help burn fat cells and stimulate the release of growth hormones. This can cause someone to lose weight or aid in building muscles.
It was brought out by other kids first, and since she took depressants for sleep, she said she would have a tolerance to it. I don't really know how long she did it for, but she was often nauseous or physically sick. But she said it was something she ate, and I believed her, so I didn't really think much of it. I think the people who gave it to her called it scoop, but she usually called it G or goop. Sometimes she called it easy lay, but that's only if she was tired.
Alyssa was having trouble sleeping, so she thought she would use some of our parents' depressants that they had, and I didn't really care all that much that she was doing it, to be honest. I just thought that they helped mom sleep, so they would help Alyssa sleep too. But I think she got addicted to the relaxation and she felt after my parents' prescription ran out. She said she needed to look for some sort of new alternative because she liked the different feeling she got from the different depressants that she tried.
In recent surveys, students have admitted to taking non-medical use of prescription CNS depressants. Alyssa was no different. After getting a hold of her parents' prescripted depressants that they used for sleeping, she was soon hooked on the relaxed feeling she felt when taking them. Dr. Lockhart discussed with us the uses and hazards of CNS depressants and the reason they're so readily available.
Central nervous system, or CNS depressants, are a commonly prescribed depressant used to treat anxiety and insomnia. They are a type of drug that hones in on the brain and causes it to slow down. This is what causes people to become relaxed and less stressed. People can become addicted to this feeling of calmness and the mental and physical break that the drug provides. There are two main types of prescription depressants: barbiturates, which are more dangerous and not as popular, and benzodiazepines, which are the most commonly prescribed. Some of the more commonly prescribed ones are Xanax, Valium, and Ativan. While benzodiazepines are not deadly, they can create a type of withdrawal that mimics the same symptoms you had when originally needing them, which makes it hard for us as doctors to distinguish when a patient is going through withdrawal or truly needing to continue the drug. CNS depressants are everywhere. They aren't just in things like chloral hydrate and the knockout drugs that are slipped into drinks. They are easily obtained because they are in simple things. They are in cold medications, they are in allergy medications. The antihistamines that make you drowsy after taking a Benadryl, that is CNS depressants. And people can come into any pharmacy and buy however many they like. It is not a regulated drug. And people are taking them to feel their effect, and some are even pairing them with different substances to help avoid crashes after their nights out.
CNS depressants have been found commonly used in combination with other illicit drugs in many celebrity deaths. Jimi Hendrix's death was the result in part to an overdose of barbiturates. Kurt Cobain had a mixture of heroin and diazepam in his system when he committed suicide. Whitney Houston also had Xanax in her system when she died, though it did not attribute to her death. In more recent years, celebrities like Little Peep, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Heath Ledger have had CNS depressants in their system that attributed to their deaths. This year will be the 10th anniversary of the death of Michael Jackson, who passed away from an overdose of a potent anesthetic called propofol. Jackson was prescribed this drug to deal with his insomnia and anxiety before shows. However, this drug should have never been made available to Jackson without supervision of a physician, and the unprofessional handling of the drug is what caused Jackson to overdose. His death reminds us how deadly these drugs can be when taken inappropriately or in an unsafe manner.
Alyssa's sister, Christine, has decided to educate herself better on CNS depressants so that she can help others avoid the same tragedy her family faced.
I want to be able to educate myself and others around me on depressants because I don't think that people know enough about them, and I never really realized that they were harmful. I'd like to be able to answer questions that arise from my sister's death and be able to help someone to not go through the same thing and the same path as her. Make sure you're checking up on the people that you love and care about and get them the help that they need. If you know someone who is using drugs outside of medical use, make sure you tell someone. Don't ignore it. The library has books and helplines and even online services.
For more information and resources on this topic, please go to Drug Free Kids Canada, Qu'Appelle Health Region, or the Ministry of Health hotline, including these other resources as well.
While many people use CNS depressants for such things as anxiety, it's important to understand the addictive qualities that they can possess and watch for friends and family who may be abusing them. Ariel Cody, Local News.